Okay, for shifting parabolas and transforming functions, I would like you to add this to your notes. Transforming functions, it's okay if you get between 50 and 100%. Shifting parabolas, I do want 100%. So this is going to be on the board, and it will be there to help you, but you want to practice with your notes before you take the exam. H is going to move the graph horizontally. It's going to move it left or right. And you would probably guess that this is moving it to the left, but it actually moves the graph to the right. Because if H, whoops, I wrote left and left. If H is positive, H is greater than 0, then it's going to move my graph to the right. There's a longer explanation for that, which I'll leave out. But you can just remember that when it's in the parentheses, it does the opposite of what you would think it would do. You would think this would move it right, it actually moves it left. When H is negative, so when it's right, like x minus 2, that would be 2 to the right. H is positive. The minus is part of the equation. It's part of your template. When H is negative, for example, H is negative 2 would be H minus, or x minus negative 2. They are never going to write that out for you. They're going to put x plus 2 squared and expect you to know that that's x minus negative 2. H is negative, so it's moving to the left. That's the hardest part of this exercise. The K is just going to move it up or down. When K is positive, it does what you would think it would do. It goes up. When K is negative, it goes down. So outside the parentheses operates, when it's in this form, operates the way you would think it would. And let me do a few examples. Okay, so the first example is minus 1. So I'm going to figure out what H is and what K is. H, let's just write this right here. X minus H squared plus K. H is positive. Actually, H is negative 4. And if H is negative, it's not going to say x minus negative 4, it's going to say x plus 4. That's going to move it left. So then this would be left 4. And then the K is minus 1, so this is going to be down 1. Okay, the next example says that y equals x squared is shifted down 6, right 5. So I'm going to use my template, y equals x minus h squared plus k, and I'm going to plug in 6 for k, and it's down 6, so it's going to be minus 6, and then I'm going to plug in 5 for h. Now it's moving right 5, so if it's right, h is positive, which means the minus is going to stay negative. So it's going to be x minus 5 squared. And you would just type that in for the equation. Actually, I think you would just type in this part.